NBA app. DA.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Porter. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Murray in at the 1. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. Now here's Murray. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Another shot. And it's Murray laying it in.
And Jamal Murray showing that he's capable moving without the ball to find some points.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Here's Lillard. That shot off. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. The drive by Gordon. That shot, no good. Good D by Covington. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Murray surveying the D. They get the rebound. Jokic on the follow.
Yeah, Jokic in a smart place there, collects the offensive rebound, very alert, and cleans up the mess.
Here's Lillard, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Murray, following the score by Damian Lillard. And it's Murray with the jam.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Lillard outside. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Over Murray. And Lillard gets it to go.
Consistent and accurate from that particular spot on the floor. The offense kind of predicts those shots. Lillard's got a good eye for the mid-range.
Now here's Murray. Barton passes to Porter. From deep. Denver gets it back. On the wing, Porter. Barton surveying the floor. 5 to shoot. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies.
Oh! Yes, sir. Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love him.
Murray against Lillard. And Murray, here we go. Right side, Gordon. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Trailing by 2. McCollum, no good. The Nuggets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And it's Gordon missing.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Denver's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Porter. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Murray against Lillard. Murray kicks to Porter. Poked loose. Barton dishes to Porter. and he uses the glass on the layup. Porter's got his second bucket.
Well, Will Barton, always going full speed, that time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Down low. Powell. That's good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Lillard against Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Back to Murray. Outside Porter. Free throw line jump shot. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
And that does it for the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 4. From Portland, we're back in a moment. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
We've got C.J. McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Yep, it counts.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
On defense, Denver. They lead by 4. Here's Simons. No good with the triple. Nuggets shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Clark, the pass to Millsap. It doesn't go for him. Now Portland takes it the other way. And a wide open look for McCollum. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Wow, he really stopped short on that one. The poise, the body control of McCollum, especially evident there when he pulls up.
To the wing right side. Here's Dozier, defended by Jones. Millsap kicks to Dozier. Back to Millsap. Just 5 to shoot. But Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Campazzo. And the 3 off target. For Portland, they've gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And it's Simons missing. Denver in the lead. Here's Dozier, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's McCollum. Kanter kicks to McCollum. Hits the three-point bomb. McCollum's got 7.
It's so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
Outside Millsap. And Kanter pulls it down.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And here they come. Here's Clark. And there it is for him. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Cullen passes to Kanter. Right side Jones. The pass to Simons. Kanter. And Kanter able to finish.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Over to the wing. Here's Millsap. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And now we've got the intentional foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. Little, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
So for the Trailblazers, Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony, and Jones subbed in for Little.
And like his father, Manu, Bowles' combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Lillard fires away from way outside. It's good from long range. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for Portland. Barton outside. 27 seconds left to play in the first half. Bull can't hit.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebounds, that's a good day's work.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he sinks the second. 15 seconds left to play here in the half. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Well, he's a tremendous shooter, is Jamal Murray, and nice to see him get to the mid-range and knock that one down.
And we are not going to halftime, so a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Barton in at the two-guard spot. A three from McCollum. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Three-pointer, Lillard gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Murray with it. 8 points for him. And Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain, close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Shoots from the elbow. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Lillard.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Porter against Powell. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
There's been a lot of talk about Michael Porter Jr. and the way that he plays and how athletic he is. How is he doing that on the vegan diet? For some, it works well.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Cantor's checked in. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now the feed to McCollum over Murray. The jump hook. McCollum, no good.
But nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And that one's good. Lillard.
He's just such a dynamite scorer, and for 82 games of a regular season, Lillard's in attack mode.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Murray against Lillard. Campazzo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Fast break. Here we go. Powell, no one around him. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Nuggets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Powell against Porter. And he banks in the layup. And that's now 6 points for Michael Porter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Lillard, right side, to the paint. Out to the right wing. Plenty of space. Rebound by the Nuggets. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Goes up again, and the jumper is on the mark. Lillard's got 19 points.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Murray outside. Outside for Millsap. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Millsap's got the lead up to 5 now for Denver.
Now, sometimes there's passes and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
It's McCollum with the drive. And that one released in time, but no good. The third quarter comes to a close. Denver on top, up 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Anthony. He's out there with Little. Enes Kanter is out there with Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Simons surveying the D. Kanter, the pass to Anthony. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
There's no stopping Melo there. Too strong for any kind of defense. It's going to take a bit more than that.
Campazzo. Clark left side. Campazzo. He's covered by Kanter. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Millsap. Excellent D that time from Jones.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And Kanter able to finish.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders. Kanter also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Pass to Dozier. McGee inside. Anthony on him. Dozier. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here for the Trailblazers. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And Lillard subbed in for Little. And Denver with a change here too. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. A nice shot by Dozier.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That is his first foul of the game. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Denver passing it around. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Jones is running. McCollum right side. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Well, the coach has confidence in C.J. taking that shot, and so C.J. has confidence in making it.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Campazzo, covered by Lillard. Lets it go from 14. And the shot goes in. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Denver making a switch here. Here's Lillard. Launches a 3. Nurkic dishes to Jones. And Bol pulls it down. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Good on the bucket. And now a 7-point Denver lead.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Lillard from outside hits it from 3-point range. Lillard's got 22 points.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Dozier, defended by Jones. Shot by Gordon, wide open. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And the coaching staff wants Gordon to keep taking those. It's only going to help him get better.
Takes a shot at the elbow, and the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to 4 again on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make them pay.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game, that's just really something unacceptable. He's a great mid-range scorer.
Bounce pass from Clark. Shot clock at 5. And the basket by Gordon.
Tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
Lillard against Murray. Takes it from 10. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
And here is Murray. Passes to Bull. There's the pass to Dozier. Taken away by Anthony.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now just a 2-point Denver lead.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And it's Powell in for Derek Jones. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Murray, the pass to Barton. That's a 2 from Gordon. The Nuggets with another miss. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. Just 2 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
Lillard from outside. Oh, that shot at a chance, but no good. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're the land of the free.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA and the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point. And for Denver, Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And George gets it to go. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotation.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Jokic, no good.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Leonard, pass to Zubac. Good defense by Jokic.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one to fall. And the Nuggets going the other way. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Up top, Leonard, defended by Gordon. Leonard with the bucket.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard, just taking what the defense gives him.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And George kicks to Batum. George against Porter. And it's in there.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The pass to Porter. Here's the floater. They get it again. Kicks it out to Gordon. Banked in off the glass. Gordon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
George looking over the floor. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now, here's Jokic. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Batum grabs the miss.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Leonard kicks to George. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
1:12 left to play in the first quarter. And here's George. 6 points for him. And no good that time. Barton with some nice D. The Nuggets trail. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense, up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now here's Jackson. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. All sorts of time. Misses off the right iron. For Denver, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And stolen by Barton. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Floats it up for Jokic. Can't hit that one. It's all tied in Denver. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Patrick Patterson. Marcus Morris is out there with Kennard. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the 2-guard spot. Shots good by Green.
JaMychal Green with the height and the bounce to do some damage inside.
Pass to man. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here's Rondo. Here's man, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Denver in the lead. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. 4 on the shot clock. And that one is off. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go-around.
Inside, here's McGee. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's man. No points in the game hit for him. Passes it to Patterson. Here's man. It's Clark with the rebound.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Denver shooting their first free throws of the game.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Now here's Rondo. Dishes it to Patterson. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here to stop the drought. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to McGee. Back to Murray. The second effort. Second shot opportunity. Tries yet again. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Kennard. Gordon with the defensive effort. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee is pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
So it's Denver now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. We've got 1:48 left in the second quarter. Murray, the pass to Millsap. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
A different look for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Back to Jackson. And the pass to Zubac. Batum for three. Rebound by Murray. The Nuggets leading by 6. Martin passes to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Outside Jackson. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Now here's Murray. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Clock at 6. The kick out to Porter. Lets it fly. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 5. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. George finds Jackson. Outside Batum. Pass to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Lets the three fly. Drills the three-pointer. Leonard's got 5.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch-and-shoot game.
Murray with it. The putback and the second chance effort by Gordon. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson. Well, what can you say about superstar big man Nikola Jokic? Jamal Murray said there's really nothing he can do. And that should do it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
We've got Aaron Gordon, Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter at the small forward. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Great talkers over the years. Trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg? Or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And, Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they'll cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here. Oh, that was something else.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Jackson against Murray. Nobody near Leonard. Sinks the triple. Leonard's got 8 points.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Back to George. He dishes it to Batum. Pass to Zubac. Outside for Batum. To the inside, Jackson. No good that time. Gordon with the defensive effort. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Jackson against Murray. Jackson passes to Zubac. Right side Jackson. Jokic with the steal. By himself. Denver gets it back. The feed to Gordon. Barton outside. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Jokic kicks to Porter. 5 on the clock. Jokic inside. He's covered by Leonard. Clippers trail by 7. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And he banks in the layup. 10 points for him.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Outside, Porter. To the right side. Here's Jokic. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Jackson. George dishes to Jackson. Back to George. Outside for Jackson. Leonard on the wing. To the middle. Zubac in the post. He's against Gordon. Misses from short range. And it's George finishing it off.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
Here's Murray. The shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Zubac outside for George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
Jackson against Murray. Now, here's Jokic. He's covered closely. The kick out to Barton. Pass to Jokic from past the arc. The Nuggets with another miss.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Now here's Jackson. Now George. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
Clark outside. Here's Dozier, and it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And I know I speak for all of of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And here's Rondo setting the floor for the Clippers. Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the 2. 6 to shoot. Feeds it to Morris. And it's Denver with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And he makes good on the layup. Morris has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Barton drives in.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Barton. Here's Rondo. "60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth." He feeds it to Patterson. Here's Kennard. Again, Los Angeles.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The pass to McGee. Barton in the corner. Back to McGee. And good that time.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Rondo kicks to Morris. Back to Rondo. Just 4 to shoot. Down low from 11 feet away. Morris, no good.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Porter's checked in for Denver. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Kennard. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Campazzo. Rondo with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 3. Leonard kicks to Rondo. Leonard the pass to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Denver calls timeout.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Green. Aaron Gordon comes in for Michael Porter. And Murray subbed in for Barton. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Millsap has the open look. Cans it from downtown. Millsap's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Murray with it. Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here are the Clippers now. Clippers leading by 4. Jackson in the corner. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Jokic, it's good on the putback. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Now here's Rondo. He's guarded closely. Misses in close. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the 4 in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And he gets. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Here's Jackson. It's in!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Murray, good.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
I wasn't sure they had enough time. What an amazing job to battle all the way back out of that huge hole.
Now, here's George. The shot comes out. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Millsap kicks the ball. Dozier passes to McGee. And here's Millsap from the arc. Bullseye!
Millsap going for the W. He's looking focused. Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Los Angeles Cowboys. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot, manning the middle. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the four-man position.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Jackson drives in. And easy 2 points on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Lillard. The shot's good.
And look at that, the touch of Lillard inside, so impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. George passes to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. Back to Zubac. Outside Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Lillard against Jackson. Passes it to Nurkic. Lillard from outside trains the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside, George tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on George.
And even though he's undersized, McCollum is just a tenacious scorer. He's a confident shooter that can catch fire quickly.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Outside Leonard. With the shot. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now, here's Lillard. No good with the layup.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
A shot by Batum, no good. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And here's McCollum for 3. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. Zubac kicks to Batum. Lillard with the rebound. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. It's a 3-point game. And the dunk by Covington.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
George looking over the floor. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Now here's McCollum. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to McCollum. Snatched away. Right wing. Here's Mann. Here's Patterson. Pass to Kennard. A second chance effort. And Cantor over to help. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Clippers now. Over to the wing. 4 on the clock. Mann passes to Morris. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Portland leading. Here's Jones. The rebound by Patterson. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Morris outside. 20 seconds left in the first. Here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Well, the play disrupts the defense, and Kennard smartly capitalizes. He gets the ball to a ready shooter.
McCollum outside. The tray. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Luke Kennard out there with Morris. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Mann in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Rondo looking over the floor. Kennard on the wing. Offline with his 3. And so here's Portland. Offensive rebound. The Clippers trail. Mann passes to Kennard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You got to be more disciplined against some of these shooters like Kennard, as he relishes opportunities at the line.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Little's checked in. The Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Simons, the pass to Anthony. No good there. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Kennard with the ball. Outside Jackson. To the inside. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Well, you can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Batum comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Paul George in for Kennard. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Kanter dishes to Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. Portland again missing. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Batum. Pass to George. George double teamed. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Launches a 3. He can't hit that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Anthony finds Kanter. Over George. Hangs in the air. Now Batum. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Jackson passes to Zubac. On the wing, George. Outside for Jackson. To the paint. Here's Zubac. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Anthony down low, defended by George. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Carmelo Anthony. 1:53 left here in the second. There's the steal. The Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Simons the pass to Little. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. That ties the game.
A true inside-outside player. We know Cantor can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer in.
Outside, George. 1:19 left in the first half of basketball. Kicks to Batum. George passes to Batum. Shot clock at 5. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Back to Jones. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And there's George. That's good on the assist from Jackson. And the Clippers lead by 2.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm. And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Now here's Jackson. Defense right on him. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Jackson's got his second basket.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. That one falls.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
From deep, George, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You've got to like what Ivica Zubac has done in this game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. 5 to shoot. And George kicks to Zubac. Off target from the baseline. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson finds Zubac. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Well, that is because Batum is one of the most versatile players in the league. His ability to score from any spot, pass, rebound, and defend, that's what makes him so unique and important.
He muscles it in, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Man passes to Patterson. Jacks up a three. And again, no good by the Clippers. Portland trailing here. And there's the pass to Powell. Nurkic with it. Over in the corner, Lillard. Nurkic in the post. Patterson on him. Can't cash in from close range. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Outside Rondo. Pass to Patterson. 6 on the shot clock. Great D that time from Nurkic.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
McCollum finds Powell. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. It's stolen by Rondo. Nurkic with the steal. Inside, McCollum, and the layup falls. McCollum's got 6.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Outside Rondo. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
He thought he could snake over the top on that one, but that play more often than not gets called.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for C.J. McCollum. LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the wing right side. Back to Leonard, trying to end the drought. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. For the lead, back to Powell. Rondo against Lillard. He dishes it to Kanter. Kicks it out to Lillard. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. 11 points in the game.
The star just keeps rising for Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous range.
The drive by Rondo. Here's Man. Los Angeles with another miss. Portland leading by 3. Anthony, the pass to Kanter. Outside Covington. Powell finds Lillard. Here's Kanter. Back to Powell. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Harry Giles is checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Jackson.
Wow, and Jackson is just crafty down inside. He has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
Lillard from deep three-point land, and it's Lillard again missing. Here's Batum. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And McCollum launches it from deep, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Trailblazers lead. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers, Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. Shot clock at 3. Swiped it away. And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. And the basket is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
George against McCollum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum. That free throw good from George.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Harry Giles. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Outside, George, and Leonard has it in the corner. Outside, George, lock at 6. He lobs it up. No good from Zubac.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Portland moving the ball around. Jackson against Lillard. Over Jackson. And it's Lillard missing.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Lillard up top, guarded by Jackson. Kicks it out to Lillard. Lillard again missing.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard against Jackson. Elbow shot is on the way. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. McCollum against George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Jackson. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. Lillard attacking. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Feeds it to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just getting the ball and let him do his thing.
Lillard against Rondo. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. Fires it up. The offensive rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Now, this is what you want from Nurkic. A fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Oh, count on the steadfast player like Rondo. I mean, when you need it most, he delivers.
McCollum against George. Lillard outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Better respect the interior game a little bit. He gets deep inside. He forces the defense to hit him.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. Giles checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Well, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Rondo on top, covered by Lillard. Rondo against Lillard. 2 free throws coming. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Lillard against Rondo. Now, here's Lillard. D right on him. It falls!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Here's George. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people. That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
And it's going to come down to a 3-point attempt. I mean, what a huge moment to come through at the line.
And here's Rondo.
Yeah, Rondo just isn't afraid of getting hammered on the inside. Remarkable at getting under the skin of his opponents and forcing the issue.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Rajon Rondo. Taking 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them within 2 here. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotion.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the...
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, we've got Will Barton. Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter, and it's Murray in at the point guard.
Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time, never giving up on a possession.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia, Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia. Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now, here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
He had a nice open look right there.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Barton outside. Back to Murray. From deep. Rebounded by Covington.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Barton against McCollum. Now the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Tips it up. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now here's Barton. Kicks it out to Gordon. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Passes to Lillard. Jones looking for an opening. Denver grabs the miss. Floats it up for Jokic. An emphatic alley-oop jam. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, well, so Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Now here's Murray. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Gordon against Covington. Back to Murray. Shot clock at 6. 1:19 left here in the opening quarter. McCollum with the ball, and it's Gordon picking him up. Jones the pass to Covington. That shot is off. And Denver the other way now. Wide open look here for Murray, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
Love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. I mean, he's really good at reading the defense and really good at quick shooting.
Now here's McCollum. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 6. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
For 3, Murray. And Jones pulls it down.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
They get it back. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Murray with it. And it's Murray with the jam.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it.
Well, I tell you what, you just got to sit back and admire the creativity there.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers lead by 2.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
On the floor for Portland, Anthony out there with Little. Then it's Ennis Cantor, and it's Simons in at the guard position. Powell, he's jacked in for Portland.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Powell for 3. Denver grabs the miss. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out to the wing. Here's McGee. Can't connect from short range. The Trailblazers shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Portland leading. Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Canner. Here's Simons. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Powell. No good. Shot missing. And Denver the other way now. Lets it go from 11. It's deflected. For 3. It's Clark with the rebound.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Over to the left wing. Pass to McGee. No good. Good work defensively by Anthony. Here's Little. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Little's got his first bucket in this one.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Dozier. Millsap has the open look. And another miss by Denver.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Misses and the dry spell continues. Trailblazers leading by 6. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Powell's got 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
1:19 left to play here in the second quarter. Outside Millsap. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And I think this is where Millsap is most effective. Close to the rim. He has a commanding presence.
Powell kicks to Anthony. Back to Powell. Anthony in the corner. The pass to Powell. From deep three-point range. No good that time. The Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Millsap. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Murray against Lillard. Passes it to McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Barton.
Excellent body control around the rim. Barton didn't let the defender distract him.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to lose.
It's a solid blueprint. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Michael Porter. Bill Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the center position. Barton drives in. Gordon against Covington. Here's Barton. Pass to Jokic. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Jokic has got 6.
Jokic fully capable of knocking down the mid-range jumper. Tremendous confidence from here. You got to D him up better than that.
Lillard from outside. Here's Nurkic. It's Powell on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. He's got 10.
Beautiful offense. Lillard creates time and again down the floor, whether it be for himself or for his teammates.
Barton from outside. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lillard outside. Tipped away. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
And Denver has possession. The Nuggets trail by 8. Here's Gordon. Nurkic with the block. They retain possession.
You know, it took a little time for...
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this, Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Here's Jokic, and Anthony sends it back. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. Murray against Lillard. McCollum dishes to Lillard. No good on the triple.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Murray outside. Chalk up 2 there. Murray's got 6 points.
Murray locked in on the task at hand, not allowing the defense to bother his shot at all.
Lillard outside. He dishes it to Cantor. Pass to McCollum. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. We've got 1:08 left here in the third quarter. Here's Green. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Anthony's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's McCollum in the corner. Sinks the triple. He has 7.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Porter in the corner. Back to Murray. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Back to Lillard for the 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep 3.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Trailblazers up by 6. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Robert Covington. He's out there with Jones. Nurkic is out there with Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. The Nuggets trail by 6. Campazzo. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Simons, the pass to Powell. The pass to Simons. Back to Powell. He feeds it to Nurkic. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Denver making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. Denver shooting about 42% so far. Passes it to Gordon. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. Powell for three. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Kicks it to Millsap. Six to shoot. Jokic on the foul.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Simons, the pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Jokic high post. Working on Nurkic. The three. And it's Jokic missing.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And the dunk by Powell.
You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. 9-point game. Pass to Jokic. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Well, one of the very best big men at handling the ball. Jokic's moves and creativity really set him apart as a big guy.
Powell, the pass to Jones. Back to Powell. Fires from deep. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Anthony leading the charge. And there's Lillard on the assist by Anthony. Lillard's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland. Pass to McGee. Shoots over Kanter. The shot's good from McGee.
Hey, there's a reason why he shoots such a high percentage, guys. I mean, he picks smart shots, high-quality shots, in close shots that he takes.
From downtown, sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 11 in the second half.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Portland.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Damian Lillard.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
From deep. Not going to go that time.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Anthony. Back to McCollum. From deep three-point range. No good there. And so it's Portland winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Porter. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 4 slot. Off the left rim and out.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. course, fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Murray against Jackson. Murray right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Gordon. Fires the 3. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Batum dishes to Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. Over Jokic. And it's off the back rim. No good. There's the pass to Porter. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Batum with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Leonard with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Barton. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Now here's Jackson. Beyond the arc. Porter pulls it in.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Jackson. Here is Porter. Launches it. Rajon Rondo with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And finished off by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Murray against Rondo. Left side, Leonard. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Porter. Kicks it to Barton. Outside Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Denver needs to get off his shot. And a wide open look for Porter. Porter can't get that one to fall. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And a switcher also for Denver. Millsap's checked in. Murray surveying the D. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. And the basket by Gordon.
Well, I love the concentration. Simply stated, when Aaron Gordon is this locked in, he is very difficult to deal with.
Leonard against Millsap. Outside Leonard. And it's good for 2.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Denver's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Murray kicks to Gordon. Leonard against Millsap. Outside for Murray. Barton wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Rondo. The dish now to Morris. Passes to Patterson. Outside Leonard. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Here's Murray, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the pass to Jokic. The shot, no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Nuggets on top, up by 3. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Man, why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So out there for the Nuggets right now, JaMychal Green is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Clark in at the shooting guard.
Well, this has become a staple for Patrick Patterson. Tough work inside. You like to see him assert himself just like that.
It's his first trip to the line. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Mann passes to Patterson. Here's Mann. Excellent D that time there from McGee. The Nuggets leading by 3. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Pass to Kennard. Out left to the wing. Here's Mann. He's covered by Clark. They recover it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Patterson, and it's Batum in for Morris. Porter's checked in for Denver. Jamal Murray comes in for Clark. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And McGee kicks to Green. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Kennard's shot is off. On offense, here are the Nuggets. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Basket, good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Jackson up top. Pass to Mann. And stolen by Murray. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Porter. That one, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Kicks to Jackson. In the corner, Kennard with it. Six on the shot clock. Kennard on the wing. They get it back. Zubac the pass to Kennard. Jackson from long range. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
I'll tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked: confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best one.
Porter dishes to Green. Passes it to McGee. Stolen by Zubac. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. Mann can't hit.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Clippers trail by 4. Down low. Here's Batum. Great D that time from Green.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And the shot goes down.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Out to the right wing. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Millsap at the elbow. Rondo with the steal. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Feeds to Rondo. Outside, George. Over Porter. George, no good. Here's Murray over Jackson. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about the strength of Murray finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm?
For Denver, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Now Rondo, Patterson. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Well, I think he's known as a pick-and-roll defender, but Patrick Patterson taking advantage on the offensive end. Good timing, good execution.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the 2K. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point. And that's going to do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Barton. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. One-on-one fast break. And here's Leonard from 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, Kawhi Leonard put in the time to become a big-time threat from range. That is beautiful.
Denver in the lead. Murray with it. He's got 7. The pass to Jokic. Gordon trying to break loose, and it's Jokic missing. The Clippers shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Here's George. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
4 on the shot clock. Jackson down low. He's covered by Murray. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Jackson looking it over. Pass to Zubac. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Zubac has got 6.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Murray against Jackson. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Pass to Jokic.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Zubac. And he recovers it. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Stripped away. Outside Millsap. They grab their own miss. Poked away. It's stolen by Rondo. Deflects the pass. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. They now take the lead. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
20 seconds left in the third. Now the pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Now, here's George. High post, Zubac. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Zubac has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Los Angeles on top, up by 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Taking a look at the Nuggets. They've got Bol. Clark is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Dozier in at the 3.
Well, you take all doubt out of the equation. Patterson throws it down with force.
Pass to Bol. That shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Mann, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Outside for Millsap. Misses the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Patterson passes to Morris. Millsap against Leonard. Back to Morris. The feed now to Patterson. Misses from close range. The Nuggets trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Millsap. Pass to Dozier. Now here's Bull. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Denver making a switch here. Murray's checked in, and the dunk. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Just 5 on the clock. And it's Murray penetrating. Oh, that's blocked.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Batum wide open. He fires. That ball, nice feed that time from George. And now a 7-point Los Angeles lead. Here's Murray up on top. Guarded by Jackson. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And Murray is so skilled at drawing these types of fouls. He loves getting to the charity stripe.
And so Murray nails both of them.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. George against Clark. And George, here we go. And foul on the and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
George looking over the floor. Dishes it to Leonard. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Outside for George. On the wing, Jackson. Outside, Leonard. And another shot. He lays it in. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Outside, Porter. There's the triple. And again, Denver no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. 16 feet away. Jackson misses. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
Jackson finds George. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
It's hauled in by George. Over in the corner, Batum. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
So the Clippers with the win. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for
presentation of the NBA.
Rip City. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA. GA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at power forward. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 roaming the paint. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Covington's shot is off. Zubac with it. Now Covington defending. Zubac the pass to George. Stolen by McCollum. Uncovered. Offensive rebound. And it's Lillard on the follow.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Now here's Jackson. Right side George. Just 5 to shoot. And that one good.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip-in.
Leonard kicks to Batum. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
And it's the Clippers with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up 2. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. There's Jackson with the 3. Powell pulls it in.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Back to Lillard. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Cantor's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Patterson comes in for Ivica Zubac. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Cantor finds Covington. Up again. They shoot again. Cantor, the pass to Covington. And it's denied. Two points. That one goes.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
Lillard against Rondo. Lillard dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard. Outside, Covington passes it to Pop. Rondo against Lillard. It's tipped. Outside, George. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. George has got 6 points.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Leonard on the wing. Corner shot. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Lillard against Rondo. Lillard the pass to Powell. Lillard against Rondo. Here's Cantor. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And really inside the paint is where Cantor thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
On the wing, George. Off target from outside. A 3 from McCollum. Lillard, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Anthony is out there with Little. Then it's Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Here's Rondo. Drills the three-pointer. Rondo's got his first 3 points of the game.
Rondo from outside? How about that?
Simons, the pass to Jones. And there's the feed to Kanter. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Patterson, and he makes that one. Patterson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Here's Rondo. Tries again. Over to the left wing. Hits the jumper in space. Rondo's got 5 points in the quarter.
Rondo is certainly capable of drilling the jumper. Got to at least get a hand in his face.
Pass to Simons. Lobs it up for Kanter. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Rondo kicks to Patterson. Back to Rondo. From outside the arc. Little with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Anthony dishes to Kanter. Pass to Simons. Offensive rebound.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Clippers trail by 3. Outside Rondo. The pass to Mann. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
And the wide open shot for Morris. It's good from long range. Morris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the one thing about Morris, he doesn't scare you from beyond the arc, but you still have to account for him.
Passes it to Simons. Lobs it up for Cantor. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Jackson against Lillard. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Zubac, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
Jackson against Lillard. Powell kicks to Lillard. Back to Powell. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. But they recover it. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Looking to end the run, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Lillard's got 11.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jackson. He has 5. Wide open look here for Zubac. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in two. And that's a wrap.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Basketball 101. You've got to put a body on him. Unfortunately, that's a fundamental that's gone by the wayside.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2. Outside Jackson. Pass to Zubac. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 1. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
To the middle, Covington with the steal. Deflects the pass. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
Lillard against Jackson. And it's McCollum in the corner. Back to Lillard. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Batum. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Jackson against Lillard. From deep. The Trailblazers rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 5. Pass to Zubac. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Zubac has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Little comes in for Norman Powell. Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Mann. He dishes it to Patterson. Outside for Rondo. Clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Really like watching Rondo go to work in the screen and roll. A genius who can thread the needle.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. In the corner, it's Little. To the inside. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
You can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Outside Rondo. And there's the pass to Kennard. Fires for 3. Rondo, no good. Trailblazers trail by 5. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist from Jones.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Now here's Rondo. Tight defense on him. Kennard on the wing. Back to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Yep, that one goes in there. Nurkic has got 8 points.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Rondo looking over the floor. Shot clock at 5. So both teams making some changes here. 19 seconds left in the third. Rondo kicks to Patterson. Zubac in the post. Over Little. Los Angeles with another miss. With 1 on the clock. Doesn't go for it. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by 3. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Powell's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Trailblazers. Outside, George. Out to Morris. Passes to Zubac. To the paint. Here's George. And Kanter pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
And here's George for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got the fast break chance. And again, it's Portland converting.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
And the Clippers call time here.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Can they get it? Outside for George. Over McCollum. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Jackson finds Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. George, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range. Kept alive. It's McCollum on the wing. Keeps it alive. And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
George looking over the floor. Lays it up off the glass.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Trailblazers.
Lillard dishes to Cantor. From the arc. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Cantor. And the Trailblazers lead by 10. Outside Jackson. Here's Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's 7 points for Kawhi Leonard.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
1:10 left in the fourth. Covington kicks to McCollum. In the corner, Powell with it. Lets it go from deep. The putback. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. Zubac's in the post. He's guarded by Nurkic. Rondo kicks to Leonard. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Trying to ice this one, Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here is Lillard to the middle, stolen by Zubac.
and looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul. No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Covington in the corner. That one off the back iron and out. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Enes Kanter.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.